We condemn the recent violent incidents that have taken place during protests at Indian diplomatic facilities in the United States. Violence or the threat of violence is never an acceptable form of protest. Attacks against journalists are never acceptable, and we condemn any incidents of violence against a member of the media just doing their job. The U.S. government, we condemn the recent violent incidents that have taken place during protests at Indian diplomatic facilities in the United States. Look, we support the First Amendment rights of protesters, and we support engagement of free speech activities. However, violence or the threat of violence is never an acceptable form of protest. Consistent with our Vienna Convention obligations, the Department is committed to taking all appropriate steps, including coordination with federal, state, and local law enforcement authorities to protect the safety and security of these facilities and the diplomatic individuals who work within them as well.
And second, sir, in Washington, D.C., one of our reporters, Mr. Lalit Jha, among others, was attacked by these elements or these movement people in Washington just over the weekend. And thanks to the Secret Service, his life was saved, and they were abusing the Indian ambassador and Indian community, and he had bruises and all that. So what I'm asking you is now, this is ongoing on even here in Washington, D.C. at the Indian Embassy, and Indian Embassy issued a assault report and statement. I think you may have seen it. And I was also there among the abused and all that.
So look, attacks against journalists are never acceptable, and we condemn any incidents of violence against a member of the media just doing their job, and any act of violence or vandalism against a diplomatic facility as well.